done.
You thought my terror was over. You thought there was no more torture to confront? Well, you were wrong.
Look at Jesus, what is that?
The time has come to finish what you started years ago.
Why aren't I used to stuff like this already? Oh God.
Hello. Something amiss?
No security guard I didn't even know worked here, except a mystery.
Oh yeah? And what mystery is that?
Well, the last time I reviewed a Scooby-Doo movie, it nearly killed me, creating a rift in the space-time continuum from an angel named Roger that I killed in a Christmas special years ago. Links here.
Ah, so there's only one person who could be responsible for this?
Yes. And I have no idea who that person is.
Seriously?
But I know the wild, wacky, mystery-solving group who can figure it out.
Do they involve hijinks?
Of course.
Goofy antics?
Naturally.
Crazy misadventures?
I feel these are all variations of the same thing, but yes!
And who might they be?
Get me Gus, Lassie, and Jules.
What?
We know, you thought it'd be Scooby-Doo. Don't go, we'll show us still doing the review. We love this show and the satires they do. Here's one on them, and you have to admit it that we psyched you out in the end. So, what do you recommend, Jules?
I think reviewing the movie will help lead you to the culprit.
But I'm right
I think we should get the hell out of here! God, I love the sound of your voice. What do you say you and me do an 8-year cock tease on par with The Office?
What do you say you stop doing your aging Zach Braff impersonation?
Listen, Spencer, you better get to doing this review, so I can go back to being the stick in the mud to your comedic antics.
Lassie, please, you're scaring my black sidekick.
I'm not scared, Sean.
Will you get over here?
Excuse me?
Alright, I'll review this movie, but only if we have callbacks to the 80s that people in their 20s and 30s would get.
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, we try to get the millennials too. Watch. Pokemon sucks. Still got it. You better go with him, Gus, while I uphold the status quo.
All right, but I'm still scared. You know I always dance when I get scared.
Wow, he went with that dance?
Hey, look, this really isn't that hard of a mystery to solve. You know, the answer might be right in front of you. Wait, how did you change your clothes so fast?
Well, again, like Psy, costume changes are kind of like blinking around here. We've probably stolen more from that show than The Mentalist, if that's possible.
Well, if you're looking for someone to blame for making you watch this movie, just know he's probably closer than you realize.
Don't you have a door to be in front of or something?
Madre pendejo!
Some people never open their eyes. The film opens with a ray of hope, seeing how it was written by the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn, but is quickly dashed when you see it was directed by Raja Gosnell, which, as we all know, is the human incarnation of the phrase, no refunds. And yes, all the same actors came back for this. Okay, you have no excuse. You know how bad the first film was! Don't you know these movies are turning out fans like this?
We love you! We have you tattooed on our chest!
Oh Christ, more Buffy fans. Hey, stop eating that plug, Scooby-Doo! You seem to have fans as well! If you'd like to see how this movie is making your kid dumber as he grows up, this movie comes complete with a future idiot measuring scale. So we see your kid was gonna be a successful district attorney, but after that joke, oh, he's an injury lawyer for Chippendale pole dancers! But at least this movie shut him up for an hour and a half.
Heather Jasper Howe at the grand opening of the new Coulsonian Criminology Museum.
She did it. Yeah, your literal first guess is right. Alicia Silverstone playing a pretty reporter in a Scooby-Doo movie for seemingly no reason at all. Who else could it possibly be? No, don't try to cut to a fake out. We know it's her. Why else would she act in this career-ending final nail? She's not even holding the microphone up to the person she's interviewing. I've never seen someone so desperate to be found guilty in my life.
Everything okay? Any ideas coming to your head?
I'm fine, Tamara.
Guys, come on, remember what I told you?
Never pick your nose in public.
No, but that's good too.
Image is everything.
Yes, image is everything.
Then why are you wearing a dress made out of Dino's pubic hair?
Mystery Inc. is proud to donate the costumes of criminals we've unmasked.
So the team is opening up an exhibit at the museum of all the costumes involved in the mysteries they solved. And give them some credit, they are ones from the actual cartoon, and they look pretty close. What isn't from the cartoon is Velma having an attraction to a guy? Okay, now I know you've never seen the cartoon in your life. I think it's pretty obvious she's been playing for the other team since she was a little kid.
There's something about the way that...
Let's see, what year did this come out? Yeah, he's gonna trip. 2004, when all comedies were made up of 5 jokes. Yeah, you just know how Seth Green got in this movie. Hey, can I cast all of you in Robot Chicken?
Only if you'll suffer with us during Scooby-Doo 2.
Oh, trust me, I'm making a sketch on this.
So maybe you'd want to go together, like a date, with me.
No, I can't, Patrick. Mystery is my mistress. I must heed her sweet call.
You see, she didn't say boyfriend, she said mistress. Where are the hashtags on this one? But somebody interrupts their Castlevania exhibit to start trouble.
Mystery Incorporated!
I have come to spoil the turtles coming out of their shell tour.
This is only the first rung on the ladder of your demise.
You know, this is why you never hired Destro to be a party clown. He manages to bring the pterodactyl to life and it ends up stealing the costumes away. But it seems Scooby and Shaggy are blamed for letting him escape.
You know, Scoob, we could act like real detectives.
Why don't you start by not having every face you make look like Ego-Raptor's trying to eat his own chin?
We will be awesome detectives.
So Shaggy decides to solve the mystery himself. Oh, I mean, Shaggy and Scooby decide to solve the mystery themselves. Sorry, it's such a good effect, I have to remind myself how much he's really there. I mean, you feel like you can just reach out and touch the pixels. God, the CGI in this is terrible. Why can't we go back to practical effects, like when they go into a flashback showing the original pterodactyl suit? Special effects are dead.
Jacobo's cellmate was released from prison 2 months ago.
The Black Knight Ghost.
So they go to the opening of their own credits. Again, a nice little homage. But who cares? These little kids have some killer insults.
Nice job last night. Losers!
That is some stellar kid writing right there. God help you if they say something complimentary followed by not.
Quick, we need to think of a comeback.
To what? Babies learning how to talk at better insults than that.
Hey! Shut up!
No, really, compared to giving thumbs down and saying loser, that is a good one. But not as good as the joke I'm sure you can't see coming.
He just said we'd pay the price.
Shaggy, Shaggy, Shaggy. What could possibly happen by ringing a doorbell?
I'm lost to the exploration of possibilities that can come from this. Maybe world peace suddenly breaks out. Or maybe a cure for all known diseases is discovered. Or, I don't know, maybe something bad happens. How's that scale for your kid coming, by the way? Oh, look at that! He was about to get into Harvard University, now he's working at a Walmart Subway serving cow snot as meat. Just be happy you didn't show him a movie with subtitles. Boy, for a guy who spent time in jail, he has a pretty big budget for a mechanical dungeon. I guess working in prison for 69 cents a day went a long way. But Daphne uses her makeup to get them out.
A little blush, a pore strip, and...
Right there.
I enjoy being a girl.
A nearly 30, quarter-life crisis surviving girl. Seriously, we should stop calling them meddling kids and refer to them as meddling mortgage payers on the verge of opening a Roth IRA. And their mangy dog, probably deceased by now. So while touring through Danny Elfman's house, they come across another monster costume that's come to life. The Star of Astaroth compels you! The Star of Astaroth compels you! Daphne tries to fight it off as Velma tries to deduce where its weakness is. Wait, this is 2004. We've already used one of the 5 jokes that's used everywhere. Surely the second one must be...
Right in the round tables.
I hope you didn't want him to pass high school because now he's drinking paint behind a Sherwin-Williams.
Climb the ladder.
They get back home to find Seth Green is there waiting to ask a nervous Velma out on a date. So Daphne puts her in Jinkies H. Christ! Okay, I'm gonna overlook the lesbian thing so that I can imagine for a moment that I can actually get that. Damn it, that always ruins everything! So while dressing like a sexy traffic cone with the head of Sarah Palin, Scooby and Shaggy sneak out to a bar where all the old villains they uncovered hang out. Now the curious thing about this idea is, it's actually kind of funny. In fact, I dare even say the writing for this film is not that bad. Some of these jokes are surprisingly kind of clever, like the stretch mystery van or the fact that Scooby has a full name.
Norval, Shaggy, Rogers, and Scoobert Scooby-Doo.
Even lines like this clearly show there's some intelligence.
I have always found a criminal's inclination to incorrectly use the interrogative pronoun in place of the relative delightfully absurd.
Me too.
But here's the problem. The delivery on them is usually off. Take this for example. Shaggy needs an excuse for why him and Scooby need to separate. So he acts like Scooby has rabies.
Like he's got rabies. Oh, we're just gonna go outside to get some fresh air.
Now that's a funny idea. Going to an extreme when a simpler excuse would have worked fine. But the directionless reactions, the bland shot layout, even cutting away too early, none of it is presented right. This could have gotten a laugh, but now it comes off as awkward and confused. In fact, the film is so uncertain of where the humor is supposed to be focused on that they try to overcompensate with way too many sound effects. That'll mask the fact that we have no idea what we're doing. Look at this scene. Scooby and Shaggy are in disguise and a woman flirts with Scooby. He's supposed to flirt back and be funny, but it just comes off as terrifying.
Hey, handsome.
Hello, baby.
That alone should get in our rating.
Hello, baby. That's disgusting.
Oh, watch out, idiot! Oh my god, I wonder who's behind that mask. Oh, it's just Peter Boyle.
Get out of this game while you got a chance. All of us here ain't nothing to admire.
This is a place for the survivors of Pluto Nash. Together we are strong, alone we are suicidal.
If I see those twerps, I'd tear their eyes out of their skulls.
Face everybody makes before they walk out of this movie. You know, it is a Raja Gosnell film. Shouldn't there be a dick-piercingly bad music number right about now? This is exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, making his first public appearance, the dog-faced hellspawn has been in everybody's nightmares at some point. You thought he was gone for good, but Raja Gosnell has brought him back to eat your dreams. Congratulations, your kid forgot what the number 2 means. But apparently somebody broke into the museum and stole the rest of the costumes. Kinda wish we got to see that instead of this soggy diarrhea. At least we know Silverstone didn't do it.
It's my job to unmask those who pretend to be who they're not.
Mystery Incorporated. Soon Coolsville will be mine.
Oh look, he just walked away, having no purpose to that scene whatsoever. Except, oh, I don't know, trying to trick us into thinking she's not the villain? By God, how do they write such a good mystery?
So, critic, you think you can watch this film without giving credit to the one who doomed you?
I mean, what happened?
A ton. Whoa, somebody cut the rope up there to make that drop on you. Hey guys, any obvious clues around here?
I'm getting a feeling there's something we should notice about our security guard.
What is it?
I'm feeling that he has rope burns on his hand, appeared just after the accident, and has a name tag that reads Roger.
Well,
looks like we figured out who's responsible for this awful crime. Carrie Elway's Tim Curry or William Shatner?
Let's figure out which of these awesome celebrity guest stars is behind all this.
Cop him. We do the happy dance. We do the happy dance.
Thank you for helping us solve this very complex mystery.
We do the happy dance. We do the happy dance.
Do you need to lick a frog to work here?
So we see Green beating up a guy for information, I guess trying to trick us again into thinking he might be the villain. clearly not Silverstone because he walked away. It's impossible. He walked away.
Gotta put on the tough guy act, otherwise these guys will eat me alive.
And Seth Green just cracked. It's okay. Every actor goes through that being on a Scooby-Doo movie. Remember Boyle's cracking moment? Just feel lucky he wasn't around a car. Speaking of which, they follow Boyle to an abandoned lab where they come across a bunch of various formulas.
Look at those weird letters, Scoob. Raggy?
Oh, Christ, it's Winnie the Tentacle porn. Could things get any more perverted? I want to go home! Congratulations, movie, you gave Shaggy boobs. Was this your goal, to give Shaggy boobs? Was that the whole reason for this film existing? The only time the words Shaggy and boobs should go together is in a British porno. And even then with a restraining order against Raja Gosnell. Oh look, he's Taz now. Stupid. And now he's a genius.
Oh, I long for the blissful ignorance of my former self. Chasing cats, licking my own rear end, eating my own vomit. Oh, those were wonderful times.
I think we just saw Gosnell working through some personal stuff there. The rest of the gang meets up and they see where the costumes are brought to life. Ah! The poster to the thing!
You're not being caught! I needed that. I needed that too. You're pushing your luck, Scoob.
And I think that was Matthew Lillard cracking on the movie. Just imagine he's not talking about the dog, he's talking about the whole film.
You're pushing your luck, Scoob.
Pretty credible. They run away from the rejected Zelda henchmen and try to escape, not realizing that they've unleashed the monsters and the city blames them.
Heather Jasper Howe with an emergency update.
Reporting live from Zardos.
A monster army has invaded Coolsville.
Find me, mystery!
To be fair, they do look more realistic than the new Ghostbusters movie. So they go to their old clubhouse where they used to be kids, because nobody will look for Mystery Inc. at a place called Mystery Inc. And they remember when they were all in high school. A mere 20 years ago.
It all seemed so easy back then.
We solve mysteries for the love of them, not to prove anything to anyone.
I think that is the literal definition of solving a mystery. Proving things to everyone. No wonder you suck at what you do. You don't even know what you do! But the monsters find them and continue to chase them down. Luckily, they give them the slip. Wait, that's not a baby. Well, I guess it's better than crashing into this billboard. Dude! They come across the Black Knight yet again, and even though Daphne defeated him before and knows exactly how to take him down, Fred decides to take him on. Funny, because that weapon would have been very handy fighting the electricity monster. Well, now you're both screwed because Fred needed to make his dick feel a little bigger.
Daphne, you okay?
Guess this is it, huh?
No, this is laying on the ground for a few seconds while the monsters are far, far away from you. There's nothing this is it about that at all. Scooby and Shaggy come across the pirate ghost who breathes fire. But it's okay, because Scooby farts. Your kid has eaten his own brain. Congratulations, your Redbox rental has taken a life. You could have been watching Dora's Enchanted Forest Adventures. You could have been watching Dora's Enchanted Forest Adventures! But, once again, they try to make it look like someone else is the bad guy.
Stay away from me. I know who you are.
But that gets resolved when he saves Velma's life. Thank God she has a shadowy skirt.
You gotta trust me.
I only trust the facts. And all the facts say that you're the evil masked figure.
What does your heart say?
That I have a better career with Disney than Warner Brothers at this point. She's saved, but the gang has to face the real mastermind and the monsters in a final battle. I somehow doubt that would freeze oil. This movie about a talking dog has finally jumped the shark for me. He is allowed to give, I guess, a badass line.
Who do you think you are?
Scooby? Dooby? Doo! Mother rucker! So the monsters are all destroyed and it's finally revealed who the mastermind is, no shit.
Lucky for her, she had an assistant helping her along with her evil plans. Ned.
Who is Ned? Oh, the cameraman you almost never saw and was mentioned once, if even that? Way to drop those seeds of knowledge, movie. But wait, there's even more. Wait, who's that? The pterodactyl guy who never got a line and they said was dead earlier? Wow. Not only is that a horribly put together mystery, but you clearly don't know how to use your Tim Blake Nelsons.
You were a dude this whole time?
Of course, Dummkopf.
Okay, maybe you know a little bit.
But we cuddled.
I touched your shaggy boobs! But wait, just when you think it's over, they have a Marvel-style end credit sequence.
Game Boy Advance Secret Code.
Even your end credit sequence sucks! If you really wanted to do this right, you'd have Samuel L. Jackson in an eye patch go up to James Gunn and say, "I'm here to talk about a proposition." Because this is horrible, and the absolute worst thing about it is... Gus, Lassie, Jules, get in here!
I see you haven't found the mastermind who gave you the movie yet. Even though it's pretty friggin' obvious. It's almost like that movie, Roger Rabbit, or the location of the Jolly Roger. Because someone is obviously Rogering you. Roger. Roger, 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 Roger. Write this down. Roger, Roger, Roger. That's all I have to say. Please don't be stupid. Hi! Any news?
As a matter of fact, there is, officer.
We know who's behind this ordeal.
And that, of course, is... Jules. Sorry it had to be this way, my love.
Let's end this by satirizing something that ties into the show's theme.
Let's tap into the zany, mysterious antics of... Class Act.
No, goddammit, no! You did everything wrong! Everything! First you get the satire wrong, then you get the satire in the satire wrong, then you do these awful impressions of one of USA's longest running series! For God's sakes, your Tim Curry wasn't even white!
Are you indicating that there's a shortage of white actors in media?
Then you try to solve this bullshit mystery that's so friggin' obvious, and you still get it wrong! She's not the one who did it, it was me! Roger! It was Roger all along! Roger! 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 I'm Roger! I'm the one! Roger.
Yeah, we know it was you, Roger. But she's still the one who did it.
What?
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty.
But it can't be. I did have...
Ah, you only think that you did. You see, I know that you laid the DVD there for me, but when I looked away, it was replaced by a slightly different version. The original, I then noticed, was snuck into Jules's pocket. My second clue was a ton that fell on me. I'm sure you tried to drop it first, but Jules cut the rope before you did. As I noticed her rope-cutting scissors she tried kicking under the couch. And finally, when you said write down the name of the culprit, she didn't write Roger. She wrote Jules.
But what was the point of all this?
Because I wanted to give something that the movie didn't. A good mystery. Sure, Scooby-Doo as a show is silly and not the best animated, but one thing it always had was a good mystery for kids. It taught them deductive reasoning, problem-solving skills. It was a show that made them smarter in every episode. That was the movie's ultimate failure. Sure, the sets were nice, and there was an occasional funny scene the actors could pull off, but the effects were awful, the jokes fell flat, and a multi-million-dollar movie couldn't tell a better mystery than every episode of the shoestring budget cartoon. That's what makes it last through all these incarnations. Not just the silly characters, but the fact that it's making you more observant without even knowing it, as the best kind of teaching should be. So I figured, do what the movie was trying to do. Tell a fake-out mystery that actually faked you out.
Okay. Well, now that that's out there, it's time to explain why I did this and how I came back!
Nah, neither Scooby-Doo nor Psych cared about the motivation.
Yeah, it's there, but it's more of a side note.
But it's so complex and interesting.
No. Short and shallow is usually the way to go.
Yes, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you pesky kids. And that mangy dog.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Now that's a satire.
What the flying?
Coming next week, it's How True Was Amadeus? Everybody says it's bullshit, but how right are they? But you can see it now under Vessel's ad-free early access. Just $3 a month to see tons of people's videos early, as well as a bunch of other extra features. Check it out and get the early scoop.
Hey, Doug Walker here doing the charity shoutout. This week we are doing DonateLife.net. This is a not-for-profit alliance of national organizations and state teams across the US committed to increasing the numbers of donated organs. Over 121,000 people are waiting for an organ, and every 10 minutes another person is added to the list. And sadly, so many of those people pass away before they're able to get the organs. It's honestly a much bigger problem than a lot of us probably assumed. This is an organization that not only helps those people, but also encourages others to donate. They develop and execute effective multimedia donor education programs, motivate the American public to register now as an organ donor, and assist Donate Life state teams and national partners in facilitating high-performing donor registries. In its 23 years of existence, the Donate Life community has grown donor designation to nearly 129 million registered. And that's in the United States alone. That's an amazing number, but we still need more. So check out their website, look at their YouTube videos, become an organ donor if you're not already, and see how many various ways you can help out. Definitely click on the link and check them out.